and it does feel great to have a winning streak. This right here was my 4th winning trade in a row. In the past 2 weeks, I had 5 trades in total. 4 of them were winners and 1 of them was a break even on US30. That one literally missed my TP by a small margin and then it took me out at break even. But nonetheless, for the past 2 weeks, I had a 100% win rate, and today I was able to catch this beautiful setup right here on USDCHF, and I thought, why not share with you guys my full thought process behind it. And also besides this, I want to show you exactly how I was able to catch this winner and in the same time avoid a losing trade on US30, and therefore keep this momentum and continuing this beautiful winning streak. So first things first, let me delete everything. Let me go on the 1 hour and let me use the bar replay mode to show you guys in real time exactly my full thought process behind this setup. So right here is when I open the chart, and the first thing that I did on the H1 is I marked the liquidity levels. This was the most recent low, and I saw that price liquidated the high over here. It gave me a beautiful H1 sweep because it went above, but it closed below it. It failed to close above it, and that right there is a great higher time frame confluence. Apart from that, I zoomed out on the 1 hour. I looked left and I wasn't able to see any other confluences. Okay, right here, there was nothing else I can see. Because of that, I've also went on the 4 hour. Bear in mind, we were up here. On the 4 hour, I wasn't able to see anything. Basically, I was looking for either a FVG or a supply. And then on the daily, I wasn't able to see anything on the daily either. But this H1 sweep was a very good confluence for me and was more than enough for me to go on the 5 minute and note down that I have a beautiful H1 sweep and that I have an A+ potential depending on the market structure shift. After that, on the 5 minute, what I saw is some liquidations, some 5 minute liquidations. I saw this high that was liquidated over here and I marked it. I then saw this high over here as well. And these are extra confluences that I like to note because I think of it this way. When I see these 5 minute liquidations, in my head, I'm thinking that the price is liquidating these highs, is liquidating those early sellers to accumulate volume in order to make a big push in the opposite direction. We can play the price and we can see that that's exactly what happened. Right here, price gave me the aggressive shift. We have a full body closure below this low, exactly what I wanted. And now I started identifying the FVGs. The first one was this one over here. The second one was this one right here. And I was also able to identify a third fair value gap. In this case, I wanted to enter with a sell limit on the second FVG, stop loss above the high, and then I targeted 2RR. Okay, I've placed the trade. I've also sent it in my community. And on that note, if you'd like to get access to all the trades I'm taking from Monday to Friday and also work with me one-on-one, you can apply for my mentoring program by clicking the first link down below. After I sent the setup, after that, I just waited. Okay, I waited and we can see that price retraced and it tapped me in right there. Okay, right here, I entered the setup. And we can see that initially it faced some drawdown, went pretty close to the stop loss there, but then it reversed. After that, I looked closely and I saw that price essentially reacted to this 5 minute supply. Okay, it reacted to this 5 minute supply, and from then it went lower. Right here, it smashed the first TP, and I already knew that some of you guys in my community closed the trade. I still held it. Right here, after it liquidated this low, I moved my stops at break even, and then I just waited. Okay, I just waited, and right here it smashed my TP, and I was able to secure a very beautiful profit on my funded account, a $3,861 profit if I'm not mistaken. And I was also happy to see that many of you were able to make some good profits on it. I've already received some messages. I'll drop some pictures on the screen right now. And yeah, this was exactly how I was able to catch this beautiful setup and also the 4th win of my winning streak. Now, real quick, before I show you the loss that I was able to avoid, I want to let you know that trading is a game of probabilities. And same way as winning streaks are part of the game, losing streaks are part of the game as well. Okay, this doesn't mean that I have a 100% win rate. Most likely, the next trade will likely be a loser or the one after that, because the more wins you have in a row, the likely it is for the next trade to be a loser based on probabilities. Okay, this year I had another winning streak in April of 7 trades in a row, all of them at 2RR, and right after that a choppy period occurred in May when I had, I think, 3 or 4 losers in a row. Okay, so it is all a game of probabilities, and I thought to mention it in case it will help someone. Okay, and now let me go over US30 and show you how I was able to avoid a losing trade. So we were right here, and I was able to see that price liquidated this low over here. I had this high marked because this H1 candle wasn't closed yet, and basically I saw this liquidation here on the H1. I saw that we have a beautiful H1 sweep because price didn't close below it. Apart from that, I didn't have any other confluences, but that was enough for me. And then I went on the 5-minute, and on the 5-minute I waited for a shift, and we can play the price together. And we can see that right here, after also liquidating this low, which is a great extra confluence for me, price eventually gave a very aggressive and good looking BOS right here. Okay, the volume was looking good. Pretty much after the stock exchange has opened, that's when it gave me the BOS. And I was able to identify this VVG right here. And technically, this is a good looking setup, right? Entry right on the VVG. Stop loss below the low, and then you go and target 2RR. But here's the thing, check this out. The TP would have been way past the opposite liquidity level, and because of that, this isn't an A+ setup. And because of that, I didn't take it, because I only take those A+ high probability setups only. You always hear me stress about it, especially if you're in my community. You always hear me stress about it because this is what keeps us on these winning streaks. And this is how I was able to get better results this year compared to last year. That was a very profitable year anyways. Okay, so right here I decided to not take this setup due to the fact that it wasn't A+. And check this out, it would have been a losing trade. Okay, so technically today I was able to take a win and continue my winning streak, and I was able to avoid a losing trade on US30. So for me, it was a great day, and I thought to share this breakdown with you guys because I know that it will help you. Okay, so the moral of the story here is that you don't need a lot of trades. Bear in mind, in the last 2 weeks, I only had 5 trades, which for a lot of people might seem on the low end, but for me that's more than enough. But those 5 trades were the best A+ quality setups I was able to see. Okay, and that's why I decided to take them. Out of these 5s, 4 were winners, 1 was a break even. Okay, and trust me, in those 2 weeks I was able to avoid a lot of setups like this one right here. And that is extremely important because yes, it is one thing to spot good setups, but then it's also very important to know, to have the skill to avoid trades that aren't A+, trades that have a higher probability of losing. And yeah, I'm gonna end this video right here. Till the next one, if you guys haven't seen the series already where I bought a 200k challenge and I documented everything from the challenge phase to the payout, the first video of that series will pop on the screen right now. And that being said, I want to wish you all the best and take care.